The book I have chosen is Martin's Big Words, The Life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The author is Doreen Rappaport. The illustrator is Brian Collier. It is published by Scholastic. The copyright is 2002. I have listed the genre as a picture storybook, biography, and cultural diversity. There are 40 pages. It's appropriate for grades K through 5, and it is a 2002 Orbis Pictus honor book. The story opens with Dr. King as a small boy with his mother, and it says that some people say words that hurt him. Typically it shows a picture of him with his mother, and there is a white only sign, and he doesn't understand why he doesn't have the same privileges as others, and his mother tells him that you are as good as anyone. And at a very young age, his father's a minister, and he said that he is going to use big words like his father when he's older. The big words that his father said during his sermons made him feel better. They made him feel good, and he did grow up to be a minister, and he did use big words. And through the book, it has quotes from Dr. King when he was trying to use big words and get his point across. For instance, and this is how it is, they're bolded and in quotation, "Sooner or later, all the people of the world will have to discover a way to live together." And it was saying that when others said separate, he said live together. And he wanted to use love instead of fighting. He did when Rosa Parks in 1955, when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat for a white man, the black citizens refused to ride the buses and until they were allowed to sit anywhere. Dr. King went there, and he walked with them and talked and prayed, and eventually they were allowed to sit anywhere they wanted. So that is something that he helped make happen. And then when the black citizens were fighting for equal rights in the South, he again went with them and walked with them, marched with them, and the white leaders, police officers, told them to stop, but they kept marching. Some of them were beaten and jailed, and then they wanted to retaliate and fight, but Dr. King convinced them just to peacefully march. He said love is the key to the problems of the world. And in 1964, he won the Nobel Peace Prize because he taught others to fight with their words and not their fists. And that's what I think the theme of this book and his whole life was, that people need to get along and to learn to live together and use their words and not their fists. In April of 1968, he traveled to Memphis, Tennessee. There was a garbage collector strike, and he went to talk with them and walk and pray. And the second day there, he was shot and killed. So that was the end of Dr. King's life, but not his legacy. And the illustrations in this book were very interesting to me because there's a lot of symbolism in this book. If you open it, there's the stained glass windows throughout and in the church, and it symbolizes, the different colors symbolizes the multi-races, and they're also a tool to tell the story of Jesus. And the illustrator wanted to say that it doesn't matter whether you're looking in a window or looking out of a window, you're still looking past them. And then at the final picture, there's 4 candles in the window. And this symbolizes the 4 little girls that were killed in the 16th Street Baptist Church. And the candle symbolizes that their light continues to shine. The illustrations were beautiful full-page watercolors. Just absolutely beautiful. And I do think this would be a great book to read to children, especially to introduce Martin Luther King Jr. and what he fought and died for. very nice story. The activity that I chose would be how we could make the world a better place for the children. They would have their face in a picture, and they would decorate the world, kind of like in the globe style. And then below they would write, like Martin Luther King Jr., I can make the world a better place by, and then they would write a sentence or two or a paragraph depending on their age. Thank you.